What is going on, guys? And today I'm going to be talking about why I think A New Frontier is not actually Season 3 of The Walking Dead. If you do enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you are new to my channel. Let's get right into the video. So I have thought about this quite a few times during the time span of A New Frontier, even though it's not finished, and that being that I do not think A New Frontier is Season 3 of The Walking Dead series. Now I do think they are going to continue in Season 4 and ongoing, but I just do not think A New Frontier is Season 3. Now one of the reasons is because, if you haven't noticed, they have released A New Frontier's episodes quite fast. Back in December 20 of 2016, they did release episode 1 and 2 all in one day. Now I do not know why exactly they did that, because each episode was an hour and 45 minutes, the normal time for each episode, ever since Season 1. And then they released episode 3 2 months later, which was a normal wait time between each episodes. And then Season 4 released last month in April, and their speculation episode 5 will be releasing the same time this month in May. Now I did make a video a few days ago saying on why they did that, and I was thinking that maybe this could be the final season of The Walking Dead, but I do not think that is the case. I think that A New Frontier is a DLC to The Walking Dead series. Now that doesn't make sense because there isn't really DLCs for A New Frontier. What I'm trying to say is that I don't think A New Frontier is an actual season of The Walking Dead. Like, it's in the same, story and all that, but I don't think it's an actual season. I think that the next season that they are going to be making for Walking Dead will be called Season 3. I think A New Frontier was just a small story just to introduce Javier and his backstory and all that, so that when they make Season 3, Clementine will hopefully be the lead, and then Javier can be a side character, sort of replacing Lee, but not fully, because Javier and Lee are two different people. So I did find a forum page on the Telltale website community page saying how the E3 trailer back in 2016, did have like a way different setting to what has happened now in A New Frontier. Now I did speculate that trailer could be a scene from episode 5, but now I do not think that is the case anymore, because if you go back and watch that trailer, or I'll show a photo on screen, you can see that Javier does not really have a beard. Now that could just be a change since that trailer. They could have just added a beard to him now. And also another thing is that if you look closely on his neck, he does have the New Frontier symbol. Now when I first saw that trailer and then we started getting the news about what New Frontier was, but this was before New Frontier released, I thought that they captured him and then they branded him to make him one of the members of the New Frontier. But I don't think that will be happening, just because New Frontier did sort of fall apart back in episode 4. So would it make sense that they would brand him and make him a part of the team after he sort of destroyed New Frontier? So I don't think that will be happening. I was also looking at one of the comics, and they were saying how that this trailer was another storyline that they were planning on doing for A New Frontier, but then they scrapped it, and this never happened in the final product. And the final product was the one, A New Frontier, that we have now, this storyline. And they made that trailer when the storyline wasn't even finished. So I'm guessing that they canceled that storyline and then they sort of redid it, and this is the storyline that we are playing, the one that they finished. So this does make sense on why that trailer, hasn't happened yet, or, doesn't make sense on how it could happen, because I don't think Javier would brand himself, or I don't think they would brand him, just because that Javier did sort of destroy A New Frontier back in episode 4. So I don't think he would be, agreeing to work with them or whatever. But who knows? From the description of episode 5, this could possibly be the case, and Javier could possibly be the leader of A New Frontier. Now, if you did see the leaked choices from my video yesterday, you would know what might be happening in episode 5. I'm not going to spoil that, so if you do want to know, you can go back to that video and check in the description for the leaked choices. So now my idea overall is that I do think A New Frontier is somewhat of a DLC. Not exactly a DLC, because it's not like, with Season 2 or Season 1, it's like its own thing. I don't think A New Frontier is an official season of The Walking Dead. I think this is just like a side story to introduce Javier, like I said earlier, and then I do think that the next season for Walking Dead will be called Season 3, and that will continue Clementine's story, because I have been sort of frustrated that they have been, giving Clementine and AJ like the most minimum time in each episode. But I do think they're doing that because they want to focus on Javier more, and then the next season, have Javier be the side character or the main character. It doesn't matter, but just to introduce him so we could have some backstory on where he came from and all that stuff that happened to him. So guys, if you do agree with me on this, that you don't think A New Frontier Season 3, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you are new. And as always, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.